Jolan Tru Centurions, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, Orion Pirates Mod. I'm Captain Tarek of the heavy cruiser RIS Tonitrus as we continue our campaign against the Hydran Star Kingdom. Not the Klingons, we're working with the Klingons this time. And last time, well, we had a little bit of an unorthodox invasion of the planet 1112. It doesn't look like it actually counted for anything, which is unfortunate because that took 15 minutes. But we want to keep up the pressure and hopefully grab this planet eventually. And a scouting mission is a wonderful way of doing that, especially if we manage to kill the enemy on our way through. So yeah, successfully invading that planet was rather hilarious. We basically couldn't fight the enemy effectively. The enemy was, well, they had two carriers, one of which was a heavy cruiser carrier, a CVD, and the other one was a new light carrier, which, not exactly safe for us to go up against. The number of fighters they had in space was just absolutely ridiculous. But by abusing game mechanics a little bit and just being somewhat clever, we were able to avoid the battle entirely aside from bombarding the crap out of the planet. And you know what? It worked like a charm. I'm quite happy with the way things turned out. So today we're going to scout this raider, but in order to do that, what we need to do is prepare a deep scan. The moment we finish the scan, he's gonna die. That's the plan. I'm going to hit him with the deep scan, turn off the deep scan the moment they finish the scan, and then I'm going to bombard him with a ton of plasma, and that should help us get some people back, well, get more influence on the tile. So slow down very slightly, all weapons select. We just need for you to, well, for you to get finished scanning. So scans, please conclude, because the moment I fire, he's going to die. Okay, there we go. And fire everything. He's not dead, which is kind of impressive, actually. You know what I could do? Actually, no, I can't. I could capture him. I mean, it'd be relatively easy. Unfortunately, we're down to 6 Marines at this moment, which means if we want to, you know, hopefully take this planet, we're going to need to keep enough Marines in order actually to, you know, invade the planet. Oh, that's levels of terror right there. He died by his own mine. We just increased our speed a little bit and set off the mine next to him, which blew him up. He killed himself. What a terrible day. Anyway, we can't capture ships right now because we only have 6 Marines, and if we want to actually take this planet, we may have to go through several planetary assaults, and we only have enough to actually capture this planet twice. So, any opportunity we have to not take a planetary assault, we have to. And, yeah, we'll just see what we can get done. Now, we are sitting on 4,578 prestige. That's a lot of prestige, especially for this stage in the game. I mean, we're doing really, really well. I anticipate being able to jump into a fairly nice heavy cruiser pretty much immediately once we finally get our hands on, you know, recovering stuff, getting a shipyard available for us. So increase the speed of time as we sort of trundle along nice and slowly. Because we're so far out here, we have no allies on this mission, and we're staring down a light cruiser. According to the fleet screen, it is an NCLR, so a new light cruiser. And so CL light cruiser, or cruiser light, if you wanted to put it that way, and for new, and the R is a phaser refit for additional rear protection. So it's it's a fairly good ship, actually. When I stop to think about it, it will be fairly good, but we're better. I mean, that's just fact. First of all, we're a heavy cruiser. Now, he's a more advanced heavy cruiser than we are. Or, well, he's a more advanced ship than we are, because he's got the 3 phaser 3s, as you can tell. But we have more power generation at our disposal. We have more plasma torpedo capability. So, we shouldn't have too much trouble taking him on. Well, maybe a little bit, actually. Especially with a forward shield. That's a beautiful forward shield. USS Paris. And Paris is about to get hit by all the plasma that we got. And then we fire that on through. And then we'll let him go. Oh, and he's going to try that to me, but that's not going to work. Do you know why, buddy? Because I'm traveling too slow, and now you can't touch me at all. I'm going to slow down nice and gently. So we've managed to penetrate his shields in his front, damage all of his shields to a point where it's probably going to be disappeared very shortly, and now we're trundling along under cloak, which we didn't use at all last episode, but is one of the most powerful weapons in our arsenal, frankly. We didn't need to use it last. Oh, he doesn't have a shuttle bay. Oh, you're screwed, and you don't even know it, do you? Well, he probably knows it, but he's not fixing it, so, okay, no, he doesn't know it. He has no idea just how screwed he is at the moment. Decloak. And the reason why we're decloaking is we have phases available, and he has almost no shields, so I'm going to take advantage of that when I can. Yes, it's going to be quite a few turns before we can actually get our plasma torpedoes once again involved, but if I can just start nailing him with, you know, phasers, I'm okay with that. So we've damaged him quite nicely. He did try to counter-attack, but it didn't work out quite nearly as well as I think he wanted it to. And I'd like to get a couple more phaser 2 shots in here. There we go, just damaging him, plinking away. making him hurt, and then disappearing. He fired immediately once we started cloaking. But that's okay, because drifting under cloak, because he's going to have his photon torpedoes available shortly, and I don't want to get hit by photon torpedoes. There they go. Yeah, that was entirely the intention behind that, is to just make it so he wouldn't be able to hit us with his photon torpedoes. His phasers also kind of would hurt a lot if he actually managed to get the hit in, but we're going to hopefully just let him pass on over me. I'm going to drop down in speed to 0, see how he wants to travel on top of me, and hopefully he'll be in front of me by the end of this, and I'll be able to shoot him. Yeah, he's trying to break out to port, but that's not going to help him. Don't go too fast. I gotta just constantly remind myself not to travel too quickly, because we are attempting to charge 4 plasma torpedoes, 2 of which are set to enveloping mode, and that can be a little bit difficult on a ship's systems. Decloak. So we are very well protected at the moment. Also, yeah, fire the plasma as soon as it bears. He can't stop it, so you may as well. Also, the AI will generally not react to a single plasma shot, so he's firing back with fairly powerful phases. You gotta give him credit for that, but starboard side plasma. Yeah, we hurt ourselves to do that, but it was worth it. You look at the damage we just caused to him. Getting the aft phasers involved, them 2 collar mounts just blasting back at him. And again, we can't capture him. If we tried to, we would be able to do it, but we don't have enough Marines in order to continue the actual point of this mission, which is to, you know, conquer a planet. He's dead. Okay, lovely. So we've dealt with the new light cruiser, which, you know, did a fairly decent job of its job, I suppose. And now we need to go engage a starbase, an asteroid starbase. So not the biggest, most powerful thing in the universe, but fairly sizable. Put on the deep scan, that'll give us 120% or 110% additional range, or 130% range. Yeah, it increases your range by 30%. And there's the asteroid starbase, outside of our normal range, but because we put additional power to the sensors, we were able to see him without any trouble. How much? Well, I don't need to know where he is until he actually shows up. As you can see, the moment we turn it off, he disappears into the void. And then we're going to maximize the speed of the ship, because we have quite the journey to make. This is as fast as we can go while holding plasma torpedoes and enveloping. Which I suppose might mean that we're actually a really well-designed ship? I don't know. Also, I don't think I need electronic countermeasure. Just don't need them. So we're just going to zip in here as quickly as he can. He can shoot at me from this range, and as you can see, he hit me. So we're going to slow down very slightly to make sure that he doesn't do too much damage to penetrate through. And then as we get closer, we will slow down, and it will take an infinite period of time to actually reach him. And just continue to slow down, because we don't want to take any actual hits from this guy. We just gotta want to get within range where we can start, you know, hurting him. And the closer the range, the better. Alright, get ready to really tank some damage here. Oh, we weren't actually selecting him. So, we actually have a fairly significant amount of forward shield power. Okay, get ready to fire the plasma torpedoes. Also get ready to, you know, duck and plug. Oh wow, our shields just could tank it. Really? Well, probably not at a range of 10. But, there we are. Fire the plasma. Whoops, that's the wrong button. I accidentally brought up Shadow Play. Disappear, please. I don't want to have to deal with more incoming phasers. I'm just going to sit here underneath, all nice, safe, and sound. Oh, he still hit me. Okay, 4 points of power and electronic countermeasure. Just that'll prevent him from actually touching me. And we'll he can put the power into it and maybe be able to counter us. Wow, you're just no, I just need the full. Yeah, the 4 points of power into the forward shield are a better plan. All right, plasma's ready. Wait for him to shoot. And plasma. Oh, turn on a tractor device. I'm just pressing all the wrong buttons today. 110 damage with that one. He's having a bit of a bad day. And he's only dealing about 1 damage per phaser 4. That's lovely. Just continue to fire them all and just massive salvos. That'll make my life so much easier. That came really close to being a disaster. But it wasn't, because we avoided it. Mainly, that's about it. Clever enough to pull it off. Plasma torpedoes are almost ready to go, so we'll just wait through. That'll be enough. And back underneath. Where to save another 110 damage. We're starting to deal damage to his phaser 4 mounts, which is lovely. He'll fix it in relatively short order, but that's not the point. The point is the fact that if he's only got like 3 or 4 repair parts, once we start breaking things quickly, he will not have them for much longer. So asteroid base assaults, well, most assaults actually, as we actually demonstrated in the last episode, even well-defended planets, we're fairly capable of taking on in the most dangerous of circumstances. And he's doing this he started to split his fire a bit because it got a bit off track, but that's not going to help him. Another 110 damage. He's lost half of his phaser 4s at this point. He's only got the 2. And of course, still, apparently his 4 phaser 3s, although I wouldn't quite count on that. We may just not be at a close enough range to actually see if any of those systems are actually working. Although, you know, I wouldn't be too surprised if they were busted. They're not a very important piece of equipment on him anyway. As long as we don't get anywhere near him, he can't use them anyway, and so they become entirely pointless. I wait for him to fire. Come on, you can fire. I don't want to suddenly decloak and take, you know, 2 there it is. 2 phaser 4s to the face and, you know, die. Perfect. An excellent little cloak hopping strategy. We have managed to blow up their asteroid starbase as well as their brand new light cruiser with the R-Type refit. So I'm quite happy with how that one turned out. And it pays out another 230 prestige. Alrighty, leave and return. And we are at a Empire Defense of 10. Shipyard Assault or Surprise Reverse? I'm taking the Surprise Reverse. Shipyard Assaults are hard as... well, they are actually pretty hard. And they tend to throw you against threats that are incredibly dangerous. So I need to overload all plasma torpedoes and get myself up to my speed of 13. That'll keep myself chilling and cruising. There it is. And we are squaring off against pirates. Frigate. So the biggest frigate is you, which it often is. So we're just going to sprint right into you and just kill you. Oh, we're in the really far spawn position. Oh, that sucks on so many levels. But we'll deal with it. By the time the acceleration on this ship is so gosh darn slow. Like, by the time our phaser capacitor charged, we hadn't even reached our full speed. That is just terrible in terms of actual speed. But we should have enough firepower to kill everybody in super quick fashion. At least that's my plan. If I can't, then we might be in a bit of trouble. We may have to buy a pseudo-frigate tender just specifically for missions like these. Because I'm kind of hoping I can pull this off. You got a DW1, and you look to be a double raider, actually. Oh, I'm not quite sure. Normally, actually, you are the most powerful target. So, yeah, we're going to dive on top of the double raider. You are a whole ton of phasers and 2 photon torpedoes. You're mostly ignorable. You're more missile... yeah, you're missiles and fewer phasers. Really 6 and 1/2 dozen of the other. Fire all the plasma torpedoes once we achieve a range of... that'll do. Now, the reason why is because the plasma Fs are just super short range. So wait for it to hit. He's not dead, and now he's dead. Okay, so that's the first one, down to our speed of 13, and we can pretty much maximize speed time at this point. It's going to be difficult for us to kill these guys without using our, you know, plasma torpedoes, but we're going to try as fast as we can. So a little bit of light damage on there. Spin the ship around. Get some more phaser fire. I'd like to be able to kill this guy just with phasers. That would be ideal. Oh, they're active. I call shenanigans on that? You're not supposed to activate that quickly. Like, even considering we took 4 or 5 turns, I should be able to get at least 2 plasma torpedo strikes. It's got to be a factor of, you know, increasing the speed of the universe. Hi, you are moderately dangerous, moderately dangerous. No, you're the same thing. Fire, plasma. He's dead. Well, I hope. I'm going to finish dealing with the DW1. Yeah, he's dead. If I can get one more in, that'll be great. Okay, he's dead. On to the last one. And you know what, buddy? Have a gift from me to you. I mean, it shouldn't affect him. He should be able to turn well inside. Also, I need to be buffing my forward shield. Why haven't I been doing this? Because this mission is not supposed to actually result in me fighting anybody. It's just supposed to be a super simple, easy mission. But no, I had to make it difficult. I think increasing the speed of time may make their timer go a bit too fast. I just kind of sort of position myself here with a forward shield at a nice defensive level. Hurt him quite badly. That's lovely to see. Turning a bit more would be very helpful in making sure that we can hurt him. You know what? Go away. No, don't use the forward phaser. Shoot. Mistakes. And I think I can kill you with just phasers. I mean, that should be possible. You know what? Don't touch me. Don't touch me until my phaser ones are ready to go. And then I'll come over and I'll deal with you. We'll play, it'll be a nice fun time, everybody will be happy about it. Okay, phaser ones are just about to come up. Finish him off, kill him. That's not dead, but that's pretty gosh darn close to kill. Okay, I think the collar phaser should be able to do it. You... Stop. In the name of love. I knew you'd do that. You didn't stand a chance against my brilliant tactical strategies. Just give me another hit. Just break it, please. I mean, there's not a whole heck of a lot left in the ship. Phaser ones. There we go. Okay. Increase the speed of the ship. Oh, he's high energy turning. How lovely. So here's my plan. And it's a good plan. It's a brilliant plan. And he can't stop us. Okay, he knocked out my rear shields, which has damaged the ship. Not sufficiently to matter. Although, that was a bit of a mistake. Firing plasma torpedoes at somebody who's running away. Oh, he did damage the ship. Seriously. Like, I don't mean like, seriously. I mean like, he actually did. But he's dead now. So, a surprise reverse that actually did more damage than the past 2 assaults on heavily defended targets. So, good job, I guess. Although we were just, like, sitting there letting him shoot at us for quite some time. 300 prestige is lovely. And the tile's just ours. Nice. Okay, so it just flipped over, which is lovely. An anomaly mission. Oh, why do you do this to me, game? I wanted to go home and check out what sort of goodies I could buy. Please don't be anything dangerous.
All hands to battle.
All hands to battle stations. And prepare to get ourselves up to speed. One more point of speed might be possible? Yes, it is. Lovely. So, full forward shields this time. Let's not be mistaken on this. And increase the speed time to maximum. The anomaly's going to show up. He's going to make everybody's life just miserable. And then from there, it's a heavy cruiser. It's a new heavy cruiser. Shoot. That's actually a problem. Because I am not a new heavy cruiser, and I kind of want to be able to sell this ship to get a little bit of additional cash to maybe get like a Super Hawk or something. And he's going to make my life not fun. The anomaly is going to make it worse, but this guy is going to make life just not enjoyable. Okay, charge that. Yeah, I started charging that way too late. I don't think it's going to be ready in time. Oh, it is! It'll be ready just in time. I actually wasn't ready in time. I hurt myself quite severely doing that. Okay, so we hurt him. We've made him unhappy, but he cut right through my shields with his superior phaser armament. But the goal of that entire thing was to make him hurt so badly that I can now abuse him for the rest. And there's the gosh darn anomaly. We're stuck. We're stuck. You want to know the worst thing about this? He's got missiles, I don't. He's got a phaser capacitor that actually has a lot more power in it, and I don't. Can I actually defend against this? Oh my god, I did. I didn't think that was going to happen. I thought we were going to die. Alright, so he's utilized the scatter pack, which, you know, for obvious reasons, it's a brilliant plan. I can't really stop him. Please stop hitting me. Okay, I've got to skulk for a bit. I've got to wait. Steer my shields. It's not good. It's not good on several levels. Now, if we lose our engines, we'll probably shut down. And I've got to wait 3 turns to charge my plasma torpedo. Are you seriously going to run into it? No, he stopped. Okay. Now, what I should be doing, and I'm being stupid by not doing this. Oh, gosh. No, no. I shouldn't have done that. Should not have done that. Come on, give me my gosh darn power systems back, you terribly built mission. I don't know who designed this mission, but they are sadist, and I don't like them. I'm sure it comes from original Starfleet Battles, like, actual mission, but they are a sadist, and I don't like them. They can't bait out a plasma or a wild weasel. Because I have plans for you, sir. More power. More power. All the power. Okay, I need to cover a distance of 10 before the anomaly screws my day. That's not gonna happen. I also need a hell of a lot more power. We're taking more damage in this battle than in any other battle, which makes perfect sense. So here's my plan, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to execute it, but I have a super special awesome gift in the cargo hold, and I'd like to deploy it on him. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. In fact, I know I'm not going to be able to do that. All right, slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Don't get too close to him. 7, 8, 9. There! And that Oh, no, he avoided it. Ow. He avoided it. He high energy turned in a direction I wasn't planning for. We got that weak rear warp core that he's currently exploiting. So down to a speed of 1. How many Marines you got left? Because I don't need to preserve Marines anymore. I can capture you. I mean, I don't know what that's going to accomplish, but I can do it. So, if you survive my next phaser pass, because I gotta knock out your shield, or if, you know, I just get to your open shield, then I'll steal you. Never mind, I'm stealing you. And engines are offline. Let's see if we can't drift far enough away. He does have 2 phaser ones. So I gotta hope that my Marines just sort of capture him before all hell breaks loose. Oh, but that I hate the anomaly mission so bloody much. This is a terrible mission. It's like, let's take everything that you enjoy about combat and just not let you do it. Because we're just gonna randomly turn you off. It's awful. It's awful in every single way, and I don't like it. But you know what? We're about to accomplish this mission by capturing a new heavy cruiser. So the most advanced heavy cruisers in the entire Federation fleet now belong to the Romulans. Although, you know, it's quite holy at this point. There's so many ridiculous holes through that thing that I'm not quite sure how effective it's going to be. You better pay out good here on this one if you penalize me for this. Minus 86. Why? Just automatically minus 86 prestige for no bloody reason. Anyway, we're back home. Hi, shipyard. A condor? Really? 1 R, 2 S's. If I want to go that route, I'm gonna go for a rock, man. Because the Romulan optimized condor is also a carrier, which is amazing. KRCS is a bigger version of what we're doing. Really? That's it? A Neohawk? 2 Fs, 2 S's? No, I want to step up to a big one. Yeah, R-type plasma torpedoes, preferably 2 of them. So we need, so this is a Regal Hawk Heavy Scout, Heavy Cruiser, Command Cruiser, so we're just looking for full-on RHK, which has a slightly more expensive cloaking device, but it has the power to deal with that. Scout Eagles, Prowler Eagles, no, the Eagles are terrible. How are the Super Hawks? 2 S's, 2 Fs. So I want a Regal Hawk because it's got R-type plasma torpedoes, or maybe I shouldn't. I mean, we have demonstrated that single heavy plasma torpedoes are not exactly the most brilliant strategy. Yeah, and it doesn't look like our rocks are available yet either. Rocks are amazing. They're some of the most powerful ships we've ever flown before. In any event, it's gone, so it doesn't really matter all that much. So the KRCS is 2 S's, 2 Fs, which is normal, the 2 Ds, the 5 1s, what is the difference? What did you change? Oh, it's S-type plasma torpedoes instead of G. That's not terrible. I mean, I'd rather be into a Romulan design, but we'll keep that in mind. FHP, SUK, Super Hawk. So we pick up 2 more phasers, we go from G's to S's, and we have 4 transporters. Yeah, this is the most modern version of the Super Hawk too. So it is a Super Hawk K command cruiser. 2 S's, 2 F's, 7s, 1s, and 4s. It's basically a Regal Hawk without the R. Yeah, we'll take it. We will take it, because the 2 S's technically deal more damage and gives you more flexibility. Bye! The Arias Gigas. And because of the way we play this game, it doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense to try and bring along the Tonitrus. So thank you very much for your service, Tonitrus, but we're done with you. Also, we're maintaining still a ridiculous amount of prestige, so we'll be able to get into the rock very quickly once it actually comes out. Or, you know, we could move into another, you know, a different battleship? Yeah, battleship. We could move into King Gondor. So we'll just fully kit out our brand new Super Hawk, which will hopefully do quite nicely for us. So that's going to do it for today's episode. We finally successfully captured a little Waystation out here in the neutral zone, and we will continue our travel across the Klingon Star Empire to hopefully capture one of the stations on the borders of Hydran space, and that will begin the invasion proper. In any event, I've been Turek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe if you want to see a notification every time I post one of these videos. Press the little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.